Good evening. Tonight, you're going to hear a different kind of story. One that comes straight from the heart of the Pantanal, a place where nature reigns, but where the unknown can also lurk in the shadows. Imagine living in a remote village, surrounded by rivers, forests, and silence. And suddenly, something changes. Strange noises, unusual footprints, inexplicable disappearances. Fear begins to spread. Is it truly a creature, or is it fear shaping new legends? Seu Zé told me this story. I met him during a visit to Corumba, and that conversation stayed with me forever. My name is Mário Costa. I'm 59 years old, born in Conceição do Coité, Bahia, and today I bring you a faithful account, told exactly as I heard it from Seu Zé himself. But before we dive into this story, let me ask you a favor. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps our work and motivates us to bring more stories like this. Already liked? Great. Now, close the door, dim the lights, and get ready, because tonight's story is going to mess with your head. I'll tell you now, just the way he told me. My name is Zé Nunes, but around here they just call me Seu Zé. I'm 73 years old, born and raised in Porto Esperança, a little spot deep in the Pantanal, where time moves slow and nature speaks loudly. Since I was a boy, I've worked with boats, fishing, and delivering supplies to families along the river. I know every bend of the Paraguay River, every forest path, every sound the night brings. But there was a time when the sounds changed. It started in August. I remember the heat burning early in the day, the drought creeping in, and the forest going quiet and tense. At first, we thought it was just a hotter year, but then things started disappearing. First, it was Dona Celina's roosters, then Chico Curio's goat, then Su Antenor's pigs, and when a full-grown bull vanished from inside a reinforced pen, people started talking. It was a jaguar, some said. Jaguars don't carry off entire bulls without leaving a drop of blood, others replied. I went to see for myself. There were strange tracks, deep in the mud, 3 long toes, dragging claws, and the bull's hide was folded like something had pulled the animal clean out of it and left just the skin behind. No one could explain it. Nights began to shift. The sounds of the forest, which always kept me company, disappeared. No crickets, no owls. The silence was so thick you could feel it in your skin. Then one night, I heard it for the first time. A roar from the woods, but it wasn't a jaguar or a caiman. It was deep, low, like thunder swallowed by the earth. I came back shaking. My wife Lucinda was on the porch. Did you hear it, Zé? I did. It sounded like the ground moaning, she said. The next week, a boy went missing. Joãozinho, 12 years old, went out to collect firewood, never came back. They searched for 3 days. Nothing. Not a piece of clothing. Just one sandal, found hanging from a tree branch over 2 meters high. People shut in. Windows locked tight before sundown. Whispers filled the local market, like the forest could listen. One cowboy said he saw a huge beast crossing the road under a full moon. Another heard footsteps on his roof. A woman swore she woke up to 2 muddy footprints at her kitchen door. I started having nightmares, and one night, I woke up drenched in sweat. My dog, always brave, was curled under the bed, trembling. I grabbed the flashlight and went to check the pen, and that's when I saw it. Behind the fence, near the gate, stood a creature, 2 meters tall, covered in thick dark fur, and its eyes, red eyes, glowing like fire in the blackness. It didn't growl, didn't run. It just stared at me, and I felt like time froze, like it knew me, somehow. I stepped back, tripped, fell. When I pointed the light again, it was gone. Nothing was ever the same. Some folks said it was the spirit of an old healer, poisoned, and now back for revenge. Others said it was a government experiment, escaped from a lab. Some believed it was a guardian of the forest, awakened by destruction, and some simply moved away. Empty houses, broken fences, abandoned coops. I stayed. This is my home, but I never go out after dark anymore. And to this day, on those deep, windless nights, I can feel it, feel that it's still out there. And that was Seu Zé's story. A tale that, even with the years gone by, still echoes through the shadows of the Pantanal. Was it just superstition? Or is there something out there the city will never understand? What would you do if you came face to face with the beast? If you like this story, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell that helps us keep bringing stories like this. Here, every story hides a mystery, and some maybe should never be explained. We'll meet again soon. Good night.